Hey guys, Master Lincoln here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And so today, I thought I would put out a team building guide for the Goku and Frieza EZA. Obviously, we normally do these for global, especially because we have all of the information available ahead of time. But all the details for this came out, I think, while I was asleep. So I thought I would put up the guide. Because we did one for the in-UI Goku EZA, and I noticed from like my analytics and stuff that video actually got most of its views like after the event had already come out. So this one is coming out after the event's already gone up, but hopefully some people will find it useful. Now, the first thing that might stand out to you is right here. It says weakness legendary power, which is of course not a category. It is a link that all the LRs have. And then if we scroll down here, obviously it's not a standard 30-stage EZA, because just like all the other LRs that have gotten EZAs, although they have all, of course, been free to play, you don't need as many medals. You only need all of these rainbow medals. So there are 10 stages that give you the rewards that you want, and then just like any other EZA, you can choose to go past those stages if you want to get a bunch of extra Zenny. So if we look at the special modifiers here, so there's no stunning available at all. Then you can't defense lower or seal once you get to stage 3, and then once you get to stage 6 you can't attack lower. So one of the things, obviously, you can use the Goku and Frieza on their own EZA event, but once you get to stage 6 and beyond, you're not going to be able to get that extra attack from their passive, because you can't attack lower, defense lower, seal or stun. So the other good thing as well is getting all the medals. As you can see here, there's 2 Tech Grand Kais and then 3 from here. So obviously that's exactly what you need in order to get them up to SA 25. So that's always good. Plus you still get 30 stones. Yeah, nice. So even though it's only 10 stages, that's actually really good. They give you 3 stones per stage. Because I was thinking when I saw the 10 stages, there would be a little bit of a... little bit disappointing that it's like a standard EZA, but you'd only be getting 10 stones. So that is actually pretty good. So if we look at the information down here, legendary power is obviously a little bit too vague. But as it says here, characters with the link skill legendary power deal increased damage to Goku and Frieza, and characters from Universe Survival Saga reduce damage received. So ideally you want to make a Universe Survival Saga team. But you want to bring as many LRs as possible, which, as you can see, there are quite a few. I mean, this anniversary has pretty much been all about Universe Survival Saga LRs, right? So we're going to have a look, as we always do on these kind of things, at some of the top picks as well as some honourable mentions. And as always, if there's any units that you think I should have talked about that we missed, do let us know those down below in the comments. So the first one I picked out, obviously, is the LR Jiren, because if you have him, then obviously he's a Universe Survival Saga category leader, 150%, which is more than good enough to do this event. But he is an LR, and obviously he is insanely powerful, right? He's like Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Straight away on turn 1, he hits crazy numbers. In the first few stages where you can attack lower as well, he's going to be super effective against all types. You can't stun, so you can't get the guaranteed crit. But even at like 55%, he's going to put out some crazy numbers on this team. And then he does have the active skill. You can't obviously stun, but you give yourself this is the main part of his active skill that's going to be useful, is giving yourself the buff. You have to be attacked 5 times, so maybe you probably won't ever see this, because even at most on an EZA you're probably only looking at like 3 attacks in one slot, which means it wouldn't be, even if you had him on turn 1, you wouldn't be able to use his active skill till turn 5. And let's be fair, if you're running like a full LR Universe Survival Saga team, they're not going to survive to turn 5. But he's probably the best leader for an overall Universe Survival Saga team. Then we have the new LR Golden Frieza and 17. They have a Universe Survival Saga leader skill as well of 150%. This is kind of just so you can mix and match other Universe Survival Saga units, because obviously there is a slightly better version of the build that we will get onto in a moment. But yeah, these are one of the new shiny anniversary LRs. Obviously you might not have them, but they are going to be very good in this event. Obviously, Universe Survival Saga, pretty much all of these LRs are going to have Tournament of Power, so it's going to make it a lot easier to get their 18-key super. And then obviously you can always fill out the team with supports. But even if you're only getting their 12-key super, as long as you're getting Legendary Power active, you're going to be doing the bonus damage to Goku and Frieza. So these guys are pretty good. Then, of course, we have this guy right here. So, reps of Universe 7 or Universe Survival Saga. I've never understood why they put those two leader skills together, because I think, actually, no, I think there might be 1 or 2 reps of Universe 7 who aren't on Universe Survival Saga, but the categories are basically the same. But anyway, HP 130, attack and defense 170. So, obviously, if you do have a few of these LRs, but not enough to make like a full team, he would be the best leader because he's going to be providing them the most attack and defense. Save 4, of course. We got these guys here. Reps of Universe 7, 4 key, 150. So slightly lower stats, but 4 key. So obviously, again, one of the newer LRs, so not everybody's going to have these guys. But they also have type advantage. And then, yeah, if you build a full reps of Universe 7 team with these guys, then they are going to be absolutely insane. I would imagine, as long as you have a good rotation, these guys will probably one-turn the first couple of stages of the event, I would imagine. Especially if you can pick up some rainbow orbs, get the extra key, full 24 key super, built-in chance to crit. So they are going to be very, very powerful in this event. And then, of course, we have our boy right here, Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta. I didn't put the UI Goku here because he's AGL, but I mean, he dodges so much, I guess we could have. But I didn't really want, when you look at this, I didn't want all the honorable mentions to just be all the LRs. But, I mean, if you have them, those are who you want to be bringing, right? Because, again, you can run a Reps of Universe 7 team led by him. He's got type advantage. He does all the crazy stuff. If you can get the revival thing built up, he does have to be attacked 7 times. So, I imagine even if you're getting to, like, the stage where you're going past stage 10, you're probably not going to be able to see his revival skill. But that is a thing that exists that could come in handy, I guess. Be interesting to see if anyone does bother going to like stage 100, 150 or whatever with this event, and how hard those higher stages are going to be. So then, of course, we have Goku and Frieza themselves. I should have put them earlier on because I think the best way to do this is probably to just build a full Reps of Universe 7 team. And I know not everybody is going to, but I imagine most people who are doing this EZA straight away, it's because you have them and you want to EZA them. But even if you don't, obviously you should do it anyway, because then when you eventually pull them, you'll have the medals, you'll get 30 stones. Like, it's obviously still worth doing anyway. But overall, these guys will be the best leader. I think the best build is to make a full Reps of Universe 7 team with these guys as the leader. And then, yeah, you're just going to be off to the races with these guys. We don't need to say much else. So, UI Goku, I thought we'd include him because of all the dodging. He's obviously very good in these short burst events because straight away turn 1, you can just put him in slot 1 and have him dodge a whole bunch of attacks. We obviously don't really need to go into a huge amount of detail about him. The LRs are all kind of self-explanatory, really. But moving on to non-LRs, now, you can still bring this Caulifla even if you're running a full Reps of Universe 7 team, because obviously she's not going to get any of the leader skill. But she was never really going to do any damage anyway, because you need to be an LR really for this event to do decent damage. But it doesn't matter that she's not going to have any defense or anything, because obviously this Caulifla kind of is the cheat code unit for any EZA or event where you're facing off against a Pure Saiyan or Universe Survival Saga enemy, because she'll just have a 100% chance to dodge. So even though she's not going to do any damage, if your team maybe is of the slightly lower power level and you're finding the last couple of stages a little bit difficult, you just put her on the team, and then every time she's on rotation, you just put her wherever the most attacks are, and then you're not going to take any damage. So she is an absolute cheat code for any of these kind of events. Then we have the Int Pride Troopers. Obviously, if you're running the Jiren or a more Universe 11 themed team, these guys are going to be really good. They work really well alongside the Jiren. Obviously, they work best when you have a couple of extra Universe 11 allies. So if you're running the LR Jiren and you want to run these guys, you probably want to run the EZA God Topo as well. And then that's going to form a very powerful rotation for dealing damage to the Frieza and Goku. Obviously, these units aren't LRs, so they're not going to be doing as much damage as some of the other units, but they're obviously still going to be good. Not everybody can make a full LR Universe Survival Saga team. And then the last person I thought I'd include here is, of course, the man who just got his EZA on the previous part of the anniversary. Super Int, so obviously he's got the type advantage. He just got his EZA, so he's got solid defense. And because his thing is not turn restricted, if you take a big hit on like the first or second turn, you could then pretty much straight away transform. And And then, yeah, you're just going to be off. Like, he's going to do a ton of damage. He's going to dodge all the hits. Yeah, he's just going to be super, super solid. So, if we go back to the Universe Survival Saga list, obviously we didn't talk about UI Goku because he is a god. I guess we did mention Blue Evolution Vegeta, so we probably should have. But he's probably going to just dodge everything. Even with the type disadvantage, his defense is so high that he's not going to take damage anyway. LR, Kale, and Caulifla, they, of course, are going to get the bonus additional super attack from fighting a Universe Survival Saga enemy. So, if you have dupes in them with some hefty additional, they're potentially still going to super like 3 times in one turn. So despite the fact they have type disadvantage, that's going to build up their defense really well. The LR Roshi is obviously a good free-to-play option because he's still an LR, so he fits the sort of benefit of what we want on the team. The blue boys as well, especially if you can pick up a bunch of rainbow orbs, then you can get a whole bunch of additional attacks. They're going to be really good. Going down to some of the non-LRs, obviously these are the ones you kind of want to bring just to pad out the team a little bit. I guess Kale is a decent Universe Survival Saga support. The Piccolo and Gohan are pretty decent if you're running like a full reps of Universe 7 team. Skinny Boo, I guess he has that 50% chance to dodge and very high stats for the first couple of turns, so he could be pretty good. He does have type disadvantage though. God Topo we mentioned. The Kale to kind of go alongside the Caulifla if you are running an actual USS like lead team. She can be pretty good because she guards. She also raises her defense and that when she's attacking, so she could be pretty good. Let's see who else we got here. Gohan and Piccolo, they're okay. Golden Frieza, obviously despite being extreme, at least he is int, so he's got that type advantage. MVP 17, he's obviously become so much better with the release of all these units that really want him around on the team. So if you are running a build where you're using like the new LRs, then having MVP 17 on the team is probably going to be good. And also shout out to Alec. Bota Magetta is probably a good choice as well if you need another unit just to throw in who's not going to run the risk of getting you killed because he's going to tank reasonably well. So... And yeah, we don't talk about hits. So I think those are some of the best examples of the top picks and honorable mentions. Like I said at the start, if you think I missed anyone, let us know down below in the comments. If you have done it already, because obviously the video is going out a little bit later than I would normally like to put out an EZA guide. So if you've done it already, let us know what team you used down below in the comments. And obviously if you have any further questions or need any more tips, feel free to ask that down below as well, and we will all do our best to help you out. So I do appreciate when I see people in the comments helping each other out in the replies before I get to see them, because I do try and reply to all my comments when I can. So there you go. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for my Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.